We'll bring in Texas Congressman Roger Williams. He chairs the House Small Business Committee. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. So let's dive into what we know, at least so far, prior to this event of what Kamala Harris is proposing that we've seen thus far. We know that she wants to put this federal ban on price gouging, essentially going after groceries, grocery stores or grocers, if you will. The child tax credit, government assistance on first-time home buyers, building more homes. We're going to go step by step with this. We'll start with the federal ban on price gouging, going after grocers. When you first heard of this plan, what went through your mind? Does this have any chance of coming into fruition, to reality?
Well, what went through my mind is just reminding me she doesn't have a clue on how to generate income for America and help the taxpayers. When you start price fixing, it never works. There's a thing called competition. There's a thing called free enterprise. There's a thing called risk and reward that makes the country great, okay? And the fact of the matter is you can't price fix and go after the industry, in the food industry. They got the lowest margins anywhere. I'm in the car business. I'm a car dealer. We got the lowest margins anywhere. She's confusing sales dollars with net dollars, and it doesn't work. And to go after the food industry is ridiculous. She's picking on the wrong people. You have to create competition. You have to get government out of the mix. We don't need government funding. Who's going to pay for all the freebies? Maybe some guy's going to get a tax credit to buy a house who just got his student loan written off. I mean, it's a joke. But we got to be able to show how it will not work. But don't go after the industries, any industry, for penalizing for making margins and giving service and product.
Yeah, the theme that we're gathering is definitely more government intervention, more government involvement. NBC News is reporting that Harris will also endorse so-called protections for renters, the removal of a key tax benefit for Wall Street investors buying homes. What does this mean for folks who are renting, for folks who want to make their first major home purchase?
Well, it's going to keep people out of the market. You penalize people that build first-time homes. You penalize people that build apartments. Where are these people going to live? I mean, it's going to put them on the streets again. And the fact of the matter is, you start capping rents and doing this and that, you're going to have fewer places for people to live. I own apartments, and you have to be competitive. Let me compete. Let me compete with the other guy. But don't penalize me and don't cap me, because pretty soon, who gets hurt? It's the customer. It's the first-time home buyer. None of this is going to work. You've got to get government out of the mix. You've got to get government to collect taxes, defend borders, help with infrastructure, and get out of the way, and let the private sector get this economy going again. And you start doing that, I believe, with cutting taxes.
I'm curious to know where you fall on the CTC, the child tax credit, the increase that has been proposed. We've even seen Senator J.D. Vance propose something very similar, child tax credit of up to $5,000 now, with Kamala Harris is reported up to $6,000 for those who've just had newborns, $3,600 for an overall tax credit, child tax credit. This would need congressional approval, would it not? And where would you fall with that?
Well, I have to look at it. I mean, I'm for cutting taxes, not raising taxes. And when you start giving to people, where's it going to come from? So, yeah, to go through Congress, we'd have to look at it. We're certainly for helping parents. We're certainly for helping children. But we got to help them the right way. So let's take a look at that and see what it brings to the table. It basically helps the economy, helps families, and helps young families trying to get started.
All right, that's Texas Congressman Roger Williams. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.